everyone, welcome back. I'm excited. It's Lighton again. Welcome back to our channel. Us together, yeah, as always. I'm always excited, obviously. Why wouldn't I be? Today I'm super excited because I'm with my long-term friend, Suuna. I won't say the other name, which I'll just say Suuna. Suuna is a lawyer. Me and Suuna went to the same school in O-level. Well, 1 year, but we've been friends since then. And yeah, he's like a brother to me. So, Suuna, I'm excited to have you. Hi, Suuna.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
How are you? Me?
I'm
excited to be here.
I'm excited to be here. Okay, so today we're going to talk about some international student or studying abroad. Myself and Suuna studied abroad in different countries, so we kind of want to give it a picture for someone who would want to study abroad, someone who is considering studying abroad. So, Suuna, I know you traveled before I did, so what made you want to study abroad in the first place?
There are quite a number of reasons, but of course, it's our yearning hearts.
Okay.
You're always thinking that people who study abroad have it a certain way.
Right.
And you're always feeling, I should also do that. And once the parents endorse it, you're like, of course I do that. There wasn't much a drive of, I'll get this.
Right.
I want to study from a country X. But over time, I started to appreciate the way people who come from abroad, the way they do things.
Okay.
The people who study from abroad, the way they do their things.
Right.
And at a certain point, I felt like, yeah, I should do it. And then the parents endorsed it. So somehow that's why I ended up studying abroad.
Because I remember for you, I think it was like a last-minute decision. I remember I went to Market to do that pre-entry.
Exactly.
Then we ate the money. Suuna didn't register. Okay, by the way, Suuna didn't register.
Yeah.
We went to register. She told me right later. Well, like, let's go eat the money. We had lunch. Sorry, parents.
That's true.
We actually ate the money. And then you remember you said, if the abroad things don't go through, you go to business school.
Exactly.
Then thank God they went through.
Yeah.
So based on your experience, what do you think someone should consider before they make a decision to want to study abroad?
I think that's the most critical thing that people have to put in their mind. The considerations before you study abroad. I'll give you my story. Towards that time, when we ate the money,
we had lunch.
I talked to my uncle, who was my guardian at the time,
Right.
and he said there was an upcoming international studies conference at Gulf Coast. It was organized by WR. I think WR Education Placement Consultants.
That's
they will
what I
pay
used.
for that.
That's what I used.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need to pay. That's when I used to travel as well.
So when I went for it, I met these guys from India, and they were offering an integrated course. And I think for me, this is where the journey began. They were offering BBA and law.
Right.
And it was an integrated course. Remember, for me, I was right from school. I was very interested in law. And at the same time, business was my thing. Because I would see how
Your dad is doing
home
business.
could do business, and
Right.
business was my thing. So when my university was offering a combination of that two,
Right.
I was excited about it, and he said, okay, if at all you're able to study law and BBA at the same time, I think you should go for this.
Right.
Wholeheartedly, I went in for that.
Right.
Then it came to the country
Right.
to go to.
So in other words, someone should consider the country.
Exactly,
Yeah.
the country to go to.
Right.
And I realized it was India. Of course, I knew a couple of people in India. My cousins were there.
Yeah.
Mzee was doing business there. He used to print books from there. So he also had contacts. I was like, okay, we can go to India. So you must have someone there, a link. And then I realized it was also a Commonwealth country.
Right.
Meaning that the law of India is recognized here.
Right.
And that was also a very, very fundamental point because I wanted to study law and then come and practice here.
We shall get to that. You coming back. Yeah.
So it is important that whichever country you're going to, their education system, somehow their courses are recognized back here.
Home. That's if you intend to come back.
If you intend to.
Some people don't intend to come back.
Maybe that's where the difference is.
Yeah, some people don't intend to come back.
A very super consideration.
Right.
Of course, then the finances.
Right. It's very expensive, bro.
Very critical. I mean, the ticket, the fees, the upkeep, accommodation, and all that.
I remember that party that we went for, your send-off party as if your dad and your aunties told you guys, no coming back every summer. I don't want to hear that I want tickets for coming back.
Definitely.
So I remember that very well.
Definitely.
So
he said that. Fortunately, he kept buying them.
And you guys used to come back. Exactly. This one was my Musaba. He comes back and we go out on Basaba Man. Anyway, so what was your experience as an international student? Like in terms of like transitioning to a new country?
Of course, it is always a culture shock.
Yeah.
Going out there, it's about the culture shock. India, of course, shares certain features with Uganda.
Right.
There are some extremes where they, of course, are advanced. But, of course, there are areas where they're lagging behind. And that all feeds into your entire experience during your stay there. Because I remember there are places I used to visit and I never imagined they're in India.
They're in India, yeah.
You know, you visit.
So really, there was like a culture shock.
You are shocked.
Right.
I remember by the time I went to the campus, everything was digitalized.
That's true.
Everything, right from the entrance.
That's true.
To at the gate, fees payment, classes. Mention it is all digitalized. And I'm like, what do I do without a card? I remember at a certain point, my tuition had run out and my card was blocked. I couldn't access anything. I couldn't access the meals. I couldn't access my home. Then I called him there and told him, but you see, I'm literally blocked from the system. So
really, there was a culture shock.
That gave me a shock.
Did you suffer from like loneliness? Like loneliness as if like, yeah, I did suffer from that. Like you're detached as if from your people, that need to belong. Because now I realize I'm black. Now when I traveled, I didn't know I was black. I knew I was black, but when I traveled, I'm like, okay, I'm black.
Maybe to me, not that much, because a couple of other guys have gone to the same university before. But of course, if you left a couple of kilometers from the university and went into the deeper India, people would be shocked. I remember at a certain point we went with my cousin. Guy, we were like, hey, you're a black man, a monkey. For that particular one. Sorry for lack of a better word. But of course, that is within a distance, a given distance from the university. But within the university, it was okay because people were exposed. The loneliness couldn't come that much because
you went with your
of course cousins were there, other people were there. But then the way people do certain things.
So based on that, like based on your experience as an international student, right? What do you think? What are some of those things that you saw in India that you'd want us to do back home? Like, you know, for example, like you said, digital, right? Like when I traveled, right? Like everything was on digital. I remember I never used to wear glasses when I was here. But when I went there, because everything was on digital, everything, I had to start wearing glasses. And so what are some of those things that you saw there that you think would be a good thing to incorporate in Uganda?
Of course, maybe let me broaden that and say the whole India and I bring it in that perspective. From the university perspective, yes, we need to digitalize a couple of our operations. Digitalizing saves a lot.
A lot of time.
A lot of things. I mean, you hear stories in universities where people's marks are lost. you hear stories where people's attendance in class cannot be tracked. I mean, every time I could enter class, I would log in. And there's no way someone can deny
that
I did not attend that class.
Yeah.
Every time I would do my coursework, my results could get uploaded before. I just log in and see that, okay, my marks are there and I'm safe. I never had any retakes.
I think for that point, you have a point, because I have my cousin, she's in one of the universities here. She should have finished like 2 years ago. But when they transitioned that COVID time, when they did that online thing, I think it was a chaos. Her exams got lost. When she went to the dean, when she went to the administration and all that stuff, they're like, oh, we don't know, go here. She's now in second year. Someone who should have graduated like 2 years ago. So really, digitalization really helps a lot. And also our universities here should want to help their students. Because at the end of the day, we are your clients. But they act like they're helping us. No, we are your clients. You should treat us well. Like we are your clients. If you're not there, you can't do anything.
You can't try.
So our universities, I swear to God, we need to do better. For lack of a better word, we need to do better on that aspect, on service delivery.
Then when you look at the India experience, I got a chance while there, traveled to Thailand, traveled to neighboring countries and all. But there are aspects of people, whatever you're doing, give it your best. Give it your best.
Do the right thing,
Give it your best. If at all you're a market vendor, be the best
market vendor you can be,
in the world. Yeah. If at all you're a marketeer, the guy who sold to me the idea of Shada University, the way the guy pitched it to us, I mean, you couldn't. So for me, I feel on that particular aspect, for whatever we're doing, I know people are so much hard working home here,
right?
But we miss that element of giving it the best.
The best
giving
you
it
can.
The best. The guy who ran a shop in my locality would open consistently at 6 in the morning. Let's do that. If it means opening at 6, open at 6, regardless if it has rained or not.
Yeah.
Give it your best. Generally, that feeds into other aspects. That if you give it your best, those who want hope come along the way.
That's true.
If you want hope, if you give it your best, partnerships come along the way.
Right.
If you give it your best, innovativeness comes along. So for me, that is.
I feel like you also get repeat clients.
Exactly.
Because like I realized, like sometime here, like you go to a place, especially like I'll talk about the education system. Like you go to a place, to a university, and then you need help, and like, bro, it's a whole different story. They'll tell you come back at 2, come back at 3, and they demoralize. That's why people are leaving.
For me, I want to believe that if you're a university secretary, if you're a lecturer, if you're whatever, even if you're a gardener in the compound, give it the best.
Be the best gardener you can be.
Exactly. I remember there's a guy who was the equivalent of my border guy. I would tell him, pick me at 7.
Right.
And he would make sure it's there at 7.
No stories.
Regardless of it, even if it has rained, whatever, regardless of the weather, he would make sure that it's there. For me, I think it is one attribute that
we need to do.
Yeah.
Just to add on that, I think like also that thing of doing the right thing, which is exactly what almost you've said. Yeah. I feel like people who study from abroad, you're taught this thing of like, do the right thing.
Exactly.
Like you are, like when you're dealing with a client or anyone else, you're not doing them a favor.
Exactly.
Like you're the one actually, they're doing you a favor because they bring the money to you and all that stuff.
Someone, I mean, if I told you land a client, there are so many other people offering the same service. So please give them the best service so that tomorrow they can recommend someone else. I remember.
Or come back to you as well.
I know so many of my friends who have gone to that university because we've said, okay.
You said a good word about the university.
Exactly. So, yeah.
So Suuna, I know time T, you decided to come back to Uganda. I know it's usually a very tough decision for someone to say that, you know what, I am done with this abroad life. I want to move back to my country. We love our country, but then there's things we still need to do better. Small things like, not small, corruption, the roads, service delivery. I was in a bank last week and this lady seemed irritated. I was at the whole, bro, okay. So anyway, so what made you want to come back to Uganda? Because I know so many people who don't want to come back. Not even to visit. Yeah. They don't want to come back. And then after you tell us what made you come back, how was your transition?
For me, I think, yes, the decision to come back was a tough one. Of course, after studying, of course, and I'd spent there over 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
I mean, I'd got the connections. I knew I could somewhere find.
Oh, he used to be the best in class, by the way. Just so you know, he's a boat. He used to be the best in class. I used to be the second best, or best sometimes. Anyway.
You always rub the shoulders with me, so yeah. I mean.
You rub shoulders with me. But anyway, so you used to be the best in class. So that being said, you studied well and you told me you had gotten like opportunities to work and all that.
I had a couple of opportunities, but now, I thought to myself, I could go back and maybe settle into business, and with my background and business background. So when I talked to Mzee about it, he was also supportive. I was like, okay, come back, let's see what we can do. Of course, I'd gotten a couple of ideas on what I wanted to do. Truth be told, my whole time in India, I kept making research.
Right.
The way people are doing certain things.
And Indians are being successful. Everywhere I've gone, they're very successful. Even when they're in a foreign country, somehow they're very successful.
So I kept making research about the way they were doing things, and I said, okay, if I go back home, I'll try to implement some of the things that I've seen here. So yes, finally 2018, I decided to
move back.
Of course, I'd even lost my mom. Yeah. One of the things that
was very unfortunate.
Broken me. I didn't even want to stay there anymore.
Your mom passed in 2016?
Yeah,
2016 to early 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
So
sorry, may her also rest in peace.
May also rest in eternal peace. So I said this.
So that's one of the reasons you moved back.
Exactly, one of the most instruments.
Because I remember you wanted her to be alive till your graduation. I remember that.
I missed that. that. For that reason, I didn't even have a party to celebrate this.
But she's proud of you wherever she is. She was a very, very jolly lady, very welcoming. Yeah. We used to go visit her. Anyway, so how has your transition been, like transitioning back? Because me sometimes I just come here to like vacation and I'm like, hey, wait, I kind of need to go back. I love you, Uganda, but I kind of need to go back. So how was your transition?
Transition is senior. It is never easy. It's never a smooth
What has made it hard?
I mean, by the time you come back, you have expectations. You want to do things
a certain way. Yeah. And people will tell you, Uganda.
I tell you, Uganda, to bring you back to square one. But I think for me, it's been a tough one. But it has been smoothened by family support.
Right.
Family support. When people realizing that yes, you've not been around, they try to support you. Of course, for me, when I came back, I told him, "Hey, I want to do my own things."
Your own business.
You know, he said, "Okay, I will support you. Do your own business." But then it's like, I still need you to first do your LDC.
Right.
So that whatever you do, even if you're going to business or whatever,
you have your school.
You have your practice certificate on the side. I told him, okay, we will do that. Unfortunately, along the way, we got a turmoil in the business. I'm not going through it. We got a turmoil and said, okay, Suuna, first pause your business and come here because we need to solve something that is burning. Of course, business was having a lot of challenges. His business said, okay, then that's where I put mine on the side. And
so really, family support was very key.
Family support was very key.
How about friendships?
Of course, friends are very crucial as well. But by the time, most of the times, by the time you come back, there are a few friends
you can carry along.
The way you move along with your life, the way you do your certain things. I mean, truth be told, I lost some.
Yeah.
Because they thought maybe
you're too big for them.
You're too big for them.
Or you're not helping enough.
Or you're not coping with the style they want, the way they want you to do certain things. Someone wants to go out, you're thinking, how do I figure out my tomorrow? And if you don't show up, they think that hey, maybe this guy is a
panka. But really,
Wanguru.
good friendships help.
Exactly.
And I think what the key is, what I've done personally is I've tried to keep in touch with my friends, because you're inclusive. I keep in touch with my friends. I make sure I don't lose touch. I keep in touch with my friends. But then also, you have to be okay to lose some friends. By the everybody's traveling, you need to be okay to lose some friends.
Of course, it comes naturally. I mean, there are people you're not going to be able to cope with. They want to do things a certain way. You can't accommodate that. The other thing that is crucial is work. I mean, where are you going to land? Where are you going to land? Because it is hard.
And the work ethics.
Exactly. It's hard to come back here and just land into an environment you're not sure of. At least before you move back, make
some research.
Some simple research. Know who you're going to be working with, who you're going to be interacting with, and then
so Suuna,
what's
your final advice to someone who wants, like, if you're to wrap it up, what's your final advice for someone who studying abroad right now and they want to move back home?
My final say would be plan.
Plan. Don't just move back. Uganda, yocha.
And Uganda can humble you. You need to plan. You need to be, to have your guns on ground and see, if I land in Kampala, how am I going to move my life a certain way? Please keep those contacts of the place you
left.
Because at a certain point you might feel like,
and you chase that
and you chase a new one. Let me run back.
Anyway, I think from what Suuna said, if you're planning to move back home, please plan, because there's a like, you kind of lose touch with your friends, some of them, not all of them, and also how the way things are done. Small things like driving here, some people can't do. So plan.
But they have always said, if you can drive in
Uganda,
Kampala,
you can drive anywhere. You can drive anywhere. Anyway, Suuna, it was really, really nice having you. It's really, really nice having you. We shall have you back. We want intelligent people like you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. It's us together again. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share, comment, like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, and let us know what you think and what you want us to talk about. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.